Hi guys, Sandy Ingram here. Welcome. Let's talk about what happened in Iraq when the United States took over the Iraqi government after the 2003 invasion. We are looking for the exact time or events that triggered a different financial path for Iraq than Kuwait. Paul Bremer arrived in Iraq in May of 2003. On May 11th, he replaced Lieutenant General J. Garner as Director of the Office for Reconstruction and Humanitarian Assistance in Iraq. Bremer was officially in charge of the government transition back to the Iraqi people from May 2003 to June 2004. Before we understand what Bremer did or did not do, let's discuss the expected results. It is believed that Iraq's economy recovery was to be similar to Kuwait's. President Bush at the time told the American people that we would not pay a dime for the war, and we believed him. Therefore, it is safe to think that the U.S. thought they would give Iraq a new currency, help them stand or get on their feet, and revalue the currency in the same or to the same rate or higher than before 2003. However, things did not go as planned. But hold on. We're going to hear directly from Bremer, Paul Bremer, at the end of this video. But let's take a look and a listen at what happened.
On May 6th, the Coalition Provisional Authority, also known as the CPA, led by Paul Bremer, was temporarily established to govern Iraq. The CPA assumes authority over Iraq's government, military, and economy. Two decisions that Bremer made created havoc and disharmony in Iraq that have not been resolved to this day. 1. Bremer on May 16th, the CPA issued Order No. 1, banning members of Saddam's old party from holding government jobs. This may have been a bad decision because these people knew how to perform the jobs needed to keep the country running. Then, on May 23rd, the CPA issued Order No. 2, disbanding the Iraqi military, security, and intelligence services, leading to widespread unemployment and unrest. We do not know if the CIA changed their mind, or the Bush administration changed its mind, or if it was a general acceptance that Iraq had to catch up to the rest of the world before entering the global financial platforms. Something happened. We don't know if the issue surrounding sectarian beliefs that involved children or what the problem was. Something happened that changed the United States' mind about being able to restore Iraq's economy, like they helped Kuwait to do. But it wasn't for a lack of taxpayers' dollars. The United States spent over $60 billion, billion, dollars on reconstruction. That is why when you hear President Trump say, "If we leave, they have to pay us." The United States is heavily invested in Iraq. This is one of the reasons that the channel believes that someday, the IQD will have a higher value against the US dollar, if only for a short time. You can join the channel's membership to learn more about this theory, which has shown itself in other currencies. Yes, security, corruption, sectarian violence, and infrastructure issues like electricity are to blame for Iraq's economic delays. And yes, security issues for those outside the Arab states seriously slow down investments from the West. Because security is one of the significant issues surrounding Iraq's economic growth, the channel wants you to hear from Bremer himself why this is a major roadblock to Iraq's economic recovery.
End of 2011. That led immediately to Daesh taking over a third of the country, including the major city of Mosul. And of course, Obama had to, in effect, admit he was wrong by sending the troops back. So a clear, consistent, regular American involvement in an operation like this, well-resourced, both on the civilian side and on the military side, that's the key lesson.
Have you been following events in Iraq? And if so, what do you make of the country's current state?
Well, the present government faces the same problem that grew very significantly under Prime Minister al-Maliki. And that problem is the fact that the government does not control the legitimate use of force. There are hundreds of thousands of mostly Iranian-backed militia men who are outside the central command structure. And they are, of course, conducting attacks. We've seen them in Erbil, we've seen them in Baghdad, we see them in the provinces. And this government, like the governments before, have not been able to bring these forces under central Iraqi government control.